Hi, I'm Jigyasa Singh, and in this video, I'll be sharing my dissertation's findings. My master's research, Fathers, Films, and Formation of Masculinity, began with the challenge of distance, the profound unspoken gap that emerges between fathers and sons after the son hits adolescence.
Dream! You can't force a dream onto someone else, Dad!
Yes, I can! I can force a dream on
Why
you!
are you yelling?
Because it's a good dream! And it's got cool animals in it and some pretty great people, too! And because I'm your father and I'm the only one you've got in the line of people in this world who really care about you ends here! So stop moping around this place, man!
We rip out so much of ourselves to be cured of things faster that we go bankrupt by the age of 30 and have less to offer each time we start with someone new. But to make yourself feel nothing so as not to feel anything, what a waste.
Action is rooted in the demands of hegemonic masculinity, which pressures men towards emotional stoicism and distance. This results in conversation remaining at the surface level. So I set out to ask, can co-viewing emotionally complex movies with your fathers offer a non-confrontational third space to bridge this gap?
Like one night, had a dream where this crow and said, your aunt is gonna die. I was so scared, I woke up my parents, but they said it was just a dream and to get back to bed. But the next morning, my Aunt Stacy was dead.
That's terrible.
Terrible for her, but think about me, young boy with that kind of power.
The problem is not just silence, but often the narrative gap, the need to maintain a performance of competence which prevents authentic, difficult conversation. The need to distinguish fact from performance is a major source of relational distance. To confront this, I utilized two films as emotional catalysts. Captain Fantastic models radical emotional transparency and fatherly guidance, whereas Into the Wild demonstrates the catastrophic cost of total radical self-autonomy. These cinematic narratives were the non-threatening tools for dialogue in my case studies. I found that the shared experience creates a third space, which is a space neutral ground where the strict rules of hegemonic masculinity can be momentarily set aside. The film itself becomes the crucial entry point, or it acts as a vessel for addressing difficult topics.
I don't hate you.
This moment highly resonated with participants. I found that seeing a strong, capable father like Ben display profound vulnerability in front of his children served as a powerful emotional modeling. It was a visual confirmation that strength does not negate deep sadness. My observational notes captured the son's intense silent engagement during this scene, suggesting a profound internal shift. Crucially, the film confirmed the power of the vulnerable father. Ben's children returned to him even after he effectively failed them because he never failed to communicate openly. His willingness to be emotionally transparent, even when it hurt, created the enduring bond they needed.
Always tell the truth. Always take the high road.
I know.
Live each day like it could be your last. Drink it in. Be adventurous.
This scene
be bold,
encapsulates
but
the
savor.
father's role as an emotional and moral
know.
guide, a key finding from my focus groups.
Don't
Fathers in my study used moments like this to actively redefine masculinity, replacing stoicism with the necessity of ethical communication and emotional preparation for life's challenges.
Absolute freedom. And the road has always led west.
I forgot to ask what quote he'd have picked for his graduation dinner, but I had a good idea.
The ethical conversation was mediated strongly by the maternal voice. My observational notes captured the universal agreement sparked by the mother's comment on the sister. This shift from criticizing Chris's autonomy to focusing on his relational responsibility was a crucial finding. We identified a strong commitment to relational ethics. Participants universally critiqued the autonomy of Chris McCandless, prioritizing familial connection over individual freedom. This confirmed a model relationally responsible shift in masculine identity. The tragedy of Into the Wild is not just Chris's physical journey, but the relational devastation he leaves behind. This image of his father's grief, often hidden for years, is the visual symbol of the intergenerational toll of emotional repression. I found that fathers in my study, while physically stoic during the viewing, later offered verbal critique of Waltz's failures, suggesting they were subtly challenging the rigid emotional silence they themselves may have practiced. Chris's ultimate realization in his isolated final moments confirms my central finding on the importance of connection. His individual quest collapses under the weight of solitude. The film makes an irrefutable case. The true measure of a man's life lies in his capacity for connection, not his isolation.
You know what we should do? We should go surfing. Yeah. That sound good?
This journey back to understanding is not a one-time event. It's a profound cycle exemplified in these scenes. The return of the prodigal son relies on the father's capacity for radical, difficult honesty and unconditional love that endures repeated crises. The third space is vital because it gives fathers and sons a safe space to practice this vulnerability, to choose connection again and again. These moments of happiness underscore the success of the relationship after the family has moved through conflict and grief. The emotional honesty modeled by Ben is the foundation for the family's ultimate resilience and happiness. Finding confirmed that the co-viewing experience establishes a vital third space. It functions as a critical mechanism where the films, acting as non-judgmental proxies, successfully dismantle the emotional barriers imposed by traditional masculinity. This process allows fathers and sons to bridge the generational gap, constructing a foundation for long-term relational endurance.